Okay, so my name's Owain Davies, and I'm the Senior Sports Development Manager for the Saracens Sport Foundation.
My name is Marc Sindole. I'm a Sarries RFC member and captain.
So before we start, I just wanted to, well, it's a great opportunity for us to come up here. And first, initially, is to say a massive thank you on behalf of the foundation, because of the support that we get, not only in just kind of, you know, when we see you on match days or anything like that, but it's also on social media. It's absolutely massive. And a lot of the guys take a huge amount away from this, and it's really a great opportunity as well that you've got a new SSA member in the ranks in Marc and in Tony this year, because they're season ticket holders. It's a fantastic element from our point of view, and it's also a part of the heart of the work that we're doing. Is that what we want to do is to kind of bridge the gaps of those who are potentially disengaged in the community from maybe certain barriers, and really find some tangible opportunities to come back and, you know, to something which is so positive like a Saracens match day, and something that we have fantastic role models on the pitch, which Marc will kind of highlight. Who's your best player?
Jamie George.
You sure? So that's the kind of element that we do. So we've got fantastic role models that, you know, the guys have been able to see. So we're really pleased to kind of show you the presentation that we did, that we beat Bath in the final of the Parliamentary Award. So that's a nice feeling from that element to do it on and off the pitch also. So just to kind of start off, it's just to kind of give you a little bit of an overview about what Sarries is. So Sarries RFC is an autistic rugby team that was born off the back of our Sarries Skills Club, which works for young people with severe autism. The rugby team is a real focus on working on social skills. It's not just only kind of just about going out and playing sport, but it's also challenging the guys and about how they can integrate. Or like this, like Marc, maybe 12 months ago, wouldn't be in an opportunity to stand on the stage in front of a packed house, kind of talking about the kind of stuff. So this is a real element that we're trying to identify to really progress. Sessions take place each and every Monday night, just before the academy sessions on the pitch. There's a really fantastic element that we can have a look at. The guys get an opportunity to run up there. So currently we have 20 members registered, and we have 15 that will turn up week in, week out, rain or shine. There is a little bit of complaining when it is raining, more so from the coaches. And then we also then, on top of that, is that what we try and do is that the parents come up here and have respite as well, so they kind of go in and Colin, wherever Colin is, kind of down at the back there, Colin and Sheila has always been down to kind of help out with our respite and providing teas and coffees, and we have kind of therapies for parents there. So that's what we have with that one. Okay, so Marc, I'm going to ask you a few questions now. Okay, so this is a bit about our session. So what do you do first when you warm up?
We warm up first at British Bulldog.
Okay, what other kind of games do you play?
We do running, skipping and walking.
Perfect. Okay, next one. Okay, what's this next one that we do?
We do the tackle challenge with the rugby bag.
Yeah, okay. And what's the job? What do you have to do then? You're in two teams?
You have to do it on team 1 or team 2.
Yeah, and how do you win?
You get
the tackle cylinder all the way from one end to the pitch, all the way to the other end. Is that right?
I think that's correct.
Or rather you than me. Okay, and then the next one, what do you do after that?
We move on to game time.
And what is the game time? What kind of games do you play?
It means you can play rugby netball.
What's the new thing you've been working with Joe and Tom?
We do tennis rugby in the summer.
In the summer. And have you been playing touch rugby now? Are you passing backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you got some better skills than maybe Alex and Baz at the back there?
Oh, it was very good.
Okay, then what do we do then?
We do the kick-off, like throwing the ball into the post.
So you do a bit of crossbar challenge?
Yeah, that's right, that's correct.
Okay, and then what do you do after you finish that element?
We do our presentations.
And so what do you get awards for?
For doing discipline, humility, work rate and humility. Discipline, honesty, work rate and humility.
Excellent, so it's really good stuff. So we try and embed the values in kind of what we're doing with the guys on the pitch and then off the pitch also. And then what do your mum and dad do when you're doing all this hard work? Are they doing hard work?
Yes, they do. They do have teas, coffees, cakes and massages.
So so just the I suppose the nuts and bolts behind what we're kind of doing. So our program objectives, they've got three really clear objectives. So the first one is to improve the mental health and well-being of young people with disabilities. Is to provide greater community engagement for young people with disabilities and their families is kind of a really important factor. And then also then is to kind of improve the physical health. The kind of the two on the outside are kind of real byproducts to kind of enhancing that kind of top one, that central one, so that community engagement, because we want to see this as a catalyst for kind of greater community engagement. It's kind of not segregation, is inclusive. So our disability work is at the epicenter of what we do as Saracens, at the heart of our community, so more people can get engaged with it. Just to kind of give you some facts about it, some of it's kind of quite challenging. This you look at here, this like 17% of people with disabilities take part in 30 minutes of activity each week, compared to about 40% of people without a disability. So it just kind of highlights the gulf between that, and hopefully that we're kind of chasing up on that, and you know, within Saracens and our community. So hopefully we can get some better case studies out there doing it. Sadly, there's 180 disability hate crimes carried out each day in the UK, and that's kind of quite a harrowing kind of fact as well. So it's kind of one of the challenges we want to do. We got a bit of a match. We want to focus on the ability of a person with a disability. I'm kind of seeing a lot of that lately with some of Marc's kind of peers running the marathon in 4 hours and 15 minutes, far better than what I ever do it. But it's kind of a fantastic element, and really championing that. So we're going to have a little look at another participant. So who's this, Marc? Gabriel. Okay, so Gabriel's been a member for us for over a year now. Gabriel has kind of moderate to severe autism, struggles with communication, and also low in confidence. He's absolutely been outstanding since he's kind of started. He's really taken to the kind of team, and he's also been one of our most improved members from a social kind of aspect. Comes in with massive confidence, greets everyone with a smile, a high five, and also just kind of happy to kind of have that communications is really positive. He has a real favourite player. Who's his favourite player, Marc?
Chris Ashton.
Brilliant, he is. So here he is there. So he's absolutely, this is after the back of the game, kind of in Worcester, and kind of coming down on, that was a bank holiday Monday after we'd won the Premiership. A little bit of a hangover, being honest. I think that was all of us. But it's been absolutely fantastic, as I say, to kind of have all the role models to kind of come down and support. Okay, so we're now going to introduce you to our team. So you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm sure I may.
Okay, right. Okay, so team views. Okay, right. Who do we have here?
We have Jerome, Bertrand, and Ralston are the Addy brother family.
Okay, who do we have here?
We have Jonathan and Alex Bogger with Chris Ashton and Alex Good.
Brilliant. Who next?
We got me and Mako Falapola. One of my favourites is Jamie George. Then we got Gabriel with Jim, reading the rugby book. Got Alex Agos with Nick and Joe, Guy and Daniel. Ollie, Jake, Carlos, Jill, Neil DeCrot and Jackson Ray.
Yeah, that's not Neil DeCrot, who is it?
Kelly Brown. Then we had Nicholas with Kenneth, and George left in April, and now we've got Oliver.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Good memory, Marc. Excellent. Okay, so what makes it kind of work? So kind of one of the four things we hear is that we've already utilised the kind of the values that we have there. So utilising kind of what works kind of, I suppose, with the elite side, and kind of how can we mirror that across into kind of in, and setting high expectations of our guys, and not kind of just kind of mollycoddling because it has a disability, recognising that ability and challenging, and kind of having a holistic approach and supporting the families, and kind of making sure that then kind of that engagement piece becomes a sustained piece, and more people can take part in that, and then making sure we have a bespoke kind of level of support so more people can kind of take part, and that it kind of really supports the needs of our people, of our team. So this one here was, I suppose, quite a few of you who got the chance to go to Worcester kind of saw us in our red sequin cowboy hats, which are very fitting. Obviously, I'm a hat person. And that was a real fantastic day for us. It was really good to be a part of something which was kind of really special, the away fixture. But it's also kind of the social side of that is that you see the guys more often than not don't want to leave their kind of the familiarities of home, their safety net, and to take them out of Barnet and to Worcester. Obviously is something which has been fantastic. So spending a whole day getting picked up about 8 o'clock in the morning and coming back at 8 o'clock at night. It'll be fantastic. Most of the coaches were asleep, in fairness. But one of the things that we have here is that we're also kind of getting a huge, greater growth as this. Now what we see, our team, our Sarries RFC team, is ambassadors of change. And I think that's when we look back at the statistics of only 17% of people with disability take part in 30 minutes of activity, is that we want to see a bigger change. And it's not just here, we're not precious about this, we want to share with Worcester. We're happy-ish going to Northampton. But if it's for a greater good and more people with disabilities kind of engaged in sport, then that's a fantastic. We have a fantastic role model standing beside me here. We have fantastic volunteers who help us out. So that's something that we're really keen to kind of get in. And then obviously social media is a fantastic beast for us as well. So what does the future hold? So we're really lucky is to kind of get the support from Allianz. Allianz are fantastic, and it's not just about stepping up and providing finance or funding like that, which is obviously the heartbeat for what this is, but it's also about their kind of the mentality around it. That we have, so those you know, Paul Tanner, who comes in, who's the managing director, and comes down every session with his aftercare sales manager, his mechanic manager. They all come down every session to kind of do that, and they go way and above and beyond the kind of work they do. So it's absolutely fantastic just to have some people who are so strong and so positive with this. Already planning our tour, we're going to the Wasps stage, so we're looking forward to kind of maybe sharing a coach journey up with you, or kind of being up in the seats up there, definitely up with you there. So that's a really exciting element. How do we build on this success? So the future is really bright, as we said. What we're looking to at the moment is that we're going to split it up and follow a junior academy, a senior academy, and an adults team. That's a really exciting element, because at each changing point we can utilise that as a learning point, so that when Marc transitions to the adult team, we might hold it at a pub. We won't have beer though, will we?
No.
Okay. Big games to work out. But those kind of learning point, the expectations that we want from our guys is massive. And as I say, that we want the guys to be content to come to Allianz Park, being presently promoting independence and kind of really hard work through that element. And this sport is a vehicle for change, and it's a real positive for us. And then also then, as you can see on this lovely map behind us, that we want to kind of create these kind of disability rugby teams and networks across Hertfordshire and London, that we can have competitive games. And with autism, winning and losing is a challenge, but it's something that we can identify as a strategy about how do we get over that. And that's something which is, we all don't like winning and losing. And I'm pretty sure Northampton aren't liking losing at the moment either. So that's a really good one there. So just the kind of element we've got. So I think from it, when we went on tour, and here are a couple of screenshots, there's absolutely bucket loads there, but some of the tweets and the Facebook messages, it's really positive from our point of view. And I know that Marc's dad, Tony, at the back, they were showing Marc all those Facebook posts and something like that, something we really take a lot of. And some of the statistics that last year we were over 350 people with disabilities. Of that 350, 35 are now come regularly every Monday night at Allianz Park, so 10% transition rate. We're looking to target that and a bit more, create more opportunities. So that's really good. Right, before we go, we have, just before we finish, Marc and Tony will be around later on, and please feel free to come and ask us some questions, but we'll leave you on this video. But first off, thank you very much for your time. More so, thank you very much for your support, and we're looking forward to the season behind, so thank you.